All right, ladies, happy Friday. Again, I got my formality as I record this workout. Blah, 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 blah. Quick recap. We had Monday, I'm doing this to everybody, right? Monday we had the traps, lats, shoulders, isometric exercises with planks and wall sits, concentric combos of abs and legs, and just a good old hard working day. Probably the hard one of the week. Wednesday we had our chest pushing, chest pulling, triceps. We had right side obliques and legs, left side obliques and legs, exertion and abs. Today we're going to do our shoulders and biceps, and we're going to do abs, cardio, legs, blah, 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 blah. But I also have been asked a lot why we don't do upper body warm-ups. And my selling point is, well, standing scissors and standing runners and moving your body and generally helps out a little bit. And then for the most part, a lot of people don't have a lot of load, like physical weight at home. And it's not that we're avoiding the upper body, it's just we're moving it. However, I'm going to educate people today on probably the really only upper body warm-up type of movement would be a push-up, but I don't really think push-up for a chest. Yes, you can take any exercise in here and do a light set of whatever, right? So today on your push-up warm-up, we have 5 sets of 10, but I don't want you to think, ooh, I'm tough, I'm doing leg straight push-ups no matter what Chris says. I want you to think about the mobility of the exercise. So if you need to go on your knees, you go on your knees, and here's what it looks like. Mobility. I know it's a push-up. I get it. You got wrists, elbows, knees, shoulders. You got a little bit of spine. I got to be careful a little bit on my right arm here. You got shoulder blades, and you're going to push. So 10 push-ups. I know all of my clients are studs, and you're going to go legs straight and be tough. I'm not looking for the tough, hard push-up. I'm looking for the mobility activation of a push-up. 10 push-ups, and then the combo is going to sound like our Monday. 20 standing scissors. You won't, or you might not do them again today. 20 standing scissors like we did on Monday, combination with our planks, is a dynamic lengthening exercise that we've done before. And since I want to talk about your upper body, you've got shoulder joint mobility. You're flinging, blood with your arms and your legs moving. You got spine mobility. Again, I know you're not directly warming up your upper body with movements, but you are moving your upper body. 20 standing scissors. Then you're going to do your push-ups again. And please go slow. You're not doing push-ups this circuit. I know you're going to get chest, but you're not doing them for your chest. I want you to think about the mobility and the movement of a push-up. Legs straight, knees bent. I rarely make you do push-ups. They are part of the chest pushing equation. But when people say warm up upper body, this, pull-ups and pull-downs, you have the multi-joint motion, wrists, elbows, knees, a little bit of spine, and then you have multi-muscle activation, chest, shoulders, triceps. Good afternoon, Deborah. We got 5 sets of 10 push-ups to warm up. Debbie, I'll give you the spiel one more time. Set 2 is 20 standing runners. Again, we've done them a million times. You've got mobility of hips, knees, ankles, spine. You're thinking about the flexibility of your chest, right? I know I'm talking a little more upper body today, Deborah. Excuse me. Because I get asked, why don't we do upper body in our warm-ups? So today I'm kind of answering that question on here's a way of doing it. 5 sets of 10, and I want perfect, slow, low, mobile push-ups. Round 1, 20 standing scissors. We did that Monday. Round 2, 20 standing runners. We did it Monday. Round 3, you'll have your 20 Jack LaLannes. Less upper body focused. But when you reach up here, right, you're stretching out your triceps, your biceps, your shoulders, your chest, the anterior muscles. You're activating your shoulders and your back, and again, your triceps and your biceps. They're all being activated. Again, I'm talking a little more mobility, upper body, activation of upper body with the things we have done so many times. 5 sets of 10 push-ups. Round 3, the Jack LaLannes. Remember, your feet width is a factor. If you want higher hamstring stretch, widen your feet. If you want lower hamstring stretch, narrow your feet. Mix up your feet, and that determines where your hamstrings stretch. Round 3 is 20 Jack LaLannes. Round 4, I'm going to talk about mobility stationary reverse lunges. And again, we're talking about the activation of our upper body with the things we always do. But I want to have your attention when we do round 4 and round 5. 5 sets of 10 push-ups, 5 different 20 combos. It's a warm-up workout circuit. We have 3 more big circuits to go, okay? Round 4, here's your mobility stationary reverse lunge. You've done it a million times. Cool. Here's what I want you to do today. I want you to have coordination, and I want you to have balance, and I want you to reach. Don't worry about holding anything. You could. And if you take a picture of this, video this, do this for yourself, and then you go to watch any athletic event, and when those athletes are warming up, you'll probably see this exercise. You've got balance, coordination, you got lengthening, you have all the things going on in the lower body, but that simultaneous reach, coordination, activation, you're lengthening, you're reaching, and please don't be in a hurry. Because you're doing a stationary reverse lunge, you might feel more of the posterior activation on your neck, your upper traps, your scalenes, your traps, your lats, your shoulders, right? You're feeling those posterior muscles. And clearly your legs, hips, glutes, eyes, thighs. Round 4 is 20 mobility activation stationary reverse lunges. Notice how slow I'm talking. I promise you, when this circuit's over, today is actually going to be a fitness day, and you're going to be able to turn that dial way up. But I'm just being mobile. We're talking about the upper body, how it can get warm. Basically the way we've been doing it all year long. Round 5, after your 5th set of the push-ups, again, mobility push-ups, not just do push-ups, you'll do the opposite, the stationary forward lunge. Because of the anterior motion or the forward motion, you're going to feel those anterior muscles. I know I'm being corny. I don't want you to always do it, but this is a great way to think about your upper body getting warm and loose. But you're probably going to feel your abs stretch out a little bit more, your pecs stretch out a little bit more, even though it's the same upper body movement as your stationary reverse lunges, but you probably felt a little more posterior muscle on that. So your chest gets stretched out, your abs get stretched out, your hip flexors get stretched out. And again, we've done 50 total slow push-ups. You've done 100 mobility exercises. That's 150 reps. You better be warm. I'm not saying you're going to go do a 10 rep max bench press. You're not going to do a max exercise. You would go to those exercises and warm up those muscles. Blah, 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 blah. 5 sets of 10 mobility, slow, low, get down, get dirty push-ups. And that last one was the 20 stationary forward lunges. And when I say mobility lunges in the future, this is what I'm referring to. You know me, I'm not going to do it a lot, but it'll be happening again. Circuit number 2, or the next circuit, we're going to talk about our open biceps and the long head bicep. But today's a fitness day, so I'm going to let you go crazy. If you have a bar, I would love the straight bar bicep. If you don't have a bar, I would love the dumbbells. Now my hands are open because I'm not holding any weights. You're clearly going to need to hold your weight, but your hands, you're pointed open, right? I want you open. That's the long head bicep. It's also known as the anti-arm jiggle muscle in some ways. If you can develop, right, or strengthen that inside bicep, it helps a little bit with the arm. But believe it or not, the jiggle doesn't come from fat. It comes from the tricep muscle belly. I promise you. your 12 to 15 reps, right? Stella, you've done a workout this week. My mom and Deborah have missed the other two. We've been doing 12 to 15 all week long because those are strength numbers. I want you to be open, so either dumbbell open or bar open, 12 to 15 reps. We have 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I'll take anything in between. You know me, if I was touching those weights, they'd be cranking up. Your combo is abs, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Now you know you're going to hear me, and I want you to get started, and you do have the green light to go get after it today. But on your 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 abs, your 50, your 30, and your 10 are alternating abs. Your 20 and your 40 are non-alternating abs, just to give you little parameters to keep you stimulated so you don't fall asleep. Okay? Biceps, 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps. If it bugs your elbow, chime in. I'll tell you why, and then we got to add a little angle to it. 12 to 15 open biceps is for the long head of your bicep. Your abs are 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. The 50, the 30, the 10 are alternating abs. The 40 and the 20 are non-alternating abs. Now, recorded version, you'll probably find yourself pushing pause later on or fast forward through the quiet time. I want you to go. I want pace high, which is actually pretty common. We don't really ever rest. Tempo, controlled tempo can be high. So the rhythm of today is going to feel faster. The tempo is going to be faster. Your load, adjust the weight so you can hit your reps without taking breaks. Okay, so fitness means you're able to sacrifice the weight. You don't rest, you have controlled high tempo, you're moving, displacing weight, and turn the dial up. Today's a fitness day. We have 3 circuits with fitness. The last circuit, I'll slow it down a little bit with the legs, but besides that, you got abs now, cardio exertion next, legs at the end, biceps and shoulders pushing today. Monday, we did shoulders pulling. Again, turn the dial up. Work, 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 work. 5 sets of 12 to 15 biceps. Your abs are 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. So you don't fall asleep. Your 50, your 30, your 10 are alternating abs. Your 20 and your 40 are non-alternating abs. I'll let you focus on that. I want you to turn the dial up. Math says you're looking at about 150, 210, 220-ish reps, right? Give or take 3-second reps, moving around, adjusting tempo. You know, you're 600 seconds. It's probably about a 10-minute circuit. Abs and biceps. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll educate whether you want to listen or not, more for the recorded part. The open bicep, notice I'm not saying wide, the open bicep gets the long head bicep. It's great. It can also kind of bug the little joints right here, and that's because your radius internally and externally rotates on your ulna, just like your tibia does that to your femur, blah, 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 blah. But that little tendon sometimes doesn't like that open position. So that's why easy curl bars exist. Easy, not E-A-S-Y. Easy. That little hand angle change helps the elbow. Also with the dumbbells, right, you could change it a little bit. I don't want your elbow to bug you. I want your biceps. You will have the flexibility of your bicep origin, right, the tendon that's up there. You might feel the front of your shoulders when you do an open bicep. And of course, if you can play around with the width, that's fine. I just want your hands open. 5 sets, 12 to 15 reps. If I had my hands on you, Most of my ladies start with a 25-pound bar. I add 5 pounds each round until they can't. Most of my fellas start with a 45-pound bar. I add 5 pounds each round until we can't, give or take. So I did make sure the load increased. The abs, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, with some tempo, some pace, some control. The length of the exercise is determined by what you choose. The alternating abs, windshield wipers would be the longest motion. Scissors and runners and swimmers and Russian twists and iso penguins don't take quite as long. The non-alternating abs, reverse crunches would be the longest motion. V-ups probably the hardest motion. Sit-ups and jackknives and toe touches and hanging abs. It's all about the position and the tools. The dial up, adjust the load. Today's fitness, you can go fast, you can go crazy, don't lose motion. Some of the motions, if you don't slow it down, you'll hurt yourself. Biceps, you're not going to hurt yourself per se, but I see a lot of people, they don't straighten their arms, they kind of swing a little bit, so they're creating momentum, right? You got to slow it down a tiny bit so the motion is good. Right, when you get to that set 3 and that set 4 and that set 5, right, I see a lot of shoulder movements, a lot of swinging. You want to slow it down a little bit, make sure you straighten your arms. Biceps is a static exercise. It's a single joint, single muscle focused exercise. So your shoulder joint technically does not move. You're going to hear me in a couple minutes start talking about the next circuit. If you ever get done a little bit before I start talking about those things, remember my timing says you should still be in this bicep and ab circuit. But if you ever get done, right, you can either keep moving, you can stretch for a second, you can do a couple extra biceps or abs if you want to. We do have more biceps coming your way later, different biceps. But when you do get done, you'll need your space ready for shoulders. Again, we're going to have a similar mental, physical adjustment to our shoulders today. Your next circuit is either exertion or cardio. You may or may not want to time your exertion. We'll talk about that in a second. The next circuit will be a little bit longer because of the duration of the exertion or cardio. And then the third circuit is probably the longest because the overall reps a little bit more. And I'll be giving you legs. So 3 big circuits. Again, if you're doing this recorded and you have a chance to diversify, bar open, dumbbell open. There are different hand positions, but I'm trying to not have an angle. I know it sounds corny. The angle comes into play when you have a bummer elbow. And it's very common, very, very, very common. People can't use the straight bar. So that's why the easy curl bar exists. And it gives you different hand positions where they're angled. And when your elbow above you on your biceps. Remember, when I give you guys the green light to go a little bit, you never lose motion. I don't mind that controlled high tempo. Always have high pace, the rhythm feels easier, so it's faster to go. But I am going to start talking about that circuit here in a second. So if you get done, stretch, keep doing some abs, get your space ready for shoulders and cardio or exertion. The next circuit, when you get there, remember, you're going to hear it a couple more times. So if you're not ready for it, don't listen to me unless you can absorb both things, right? When we get to our shoulders, hopefully you can watch my hands. You guys have done shoulder presses so many times, right? We got machine shoulder press, bar shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, sitting tall, standing tall, sitting on a ball, sitting on a bench. But naturally, people are going to have an angle unless they have a bar. But the hands will go in front of you. And it's cool, I get it. Today, and not always, but today, I want your head and your hands to stay back. And if I don't say head, then I see people's hands go back, their head goes forward. I don't want your head in front of your body. I don't want your hands behind your head. I want your head and your hands to stay back and opened. So a bar is great, but you're going to hit your head. So I want your head and your hands back. You can sit tall, you can stand tall, but we're going to call these super open shoulders. Your hands are going straight above your head. You might need to sacrifice some weight. You're going to go way back with your head and your hands. But my head is above my body. My hands are in the same plane as my body. But you might need to sit because it might bug your middle or lower back. Head, hands back. Your shoulder press is going to be your 12 to 15 reps. I did say it was a fitness day, but I want you to focus. We focused on the bicep position, and now we're going to focus on the shoulder press position. I just want it bigger, and yeah, I'll even say harder. A harder position than what we normally do. 12 to 15 on the shoulders. Your exertion is either 50, 100, 150, 150, which sounds miserable. Or you can do cardio, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 minutes, which we've done before. You could time your exertion. At the gym, we're doing some running loops outside. And Deborah, you may remember those. The half short lap around Larry Haight. The half long half around the True Green. The full lap around the gym, which is almost a quarter mile. So, we have options here at the gym. Your shoulders, hands and head are back. Whether you sit tall or stand tall, look how my arms, my hands stay in the same plane as my body. 12 to 15 reps, and then your exertion, if you want to count it, 50, 100, 150, 100, or 50. Or you can time it 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Clearly, if you have cardio tools, run, walk, jog, row, bike, stair climb. And of course, I'm offering other ways of doing a pyramid of cardio or exertion. Okay? So this circuit's going to be a little bit longer. You've got 9 total minutes of cardio or exertion, or you've got 450 reps if you're going to count it like that, which makes it sound even more terrifying. And your shoulders is about the same duration as your biceps because of the mechanics that I've asked you to do today. Okay? Shoulders, 12 to 15. We're calling them super mobile. You could even say super flexible or inflexible for that matter. Shoulders, 12 to 15 reps times 5. It's either 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 cardio or exertion timed, or 50, 100, 150, 150 if you want to count the movements. Naturally, with those reps, people will go away from mobility exercises, which are bigger and slower. Cool if you do them. Standing scissors, standing runners, jack-o'-lanes. So you have options of doing mobility while you do exertion. You got plyometrics. Again, naturally people will shy away from them because they're bigger, more powerful. Jumps, squats, split jumps, burpees, lateral bench hops, skater hops. Again, people might shy away from those. Naturally, agility feels quicker. But remember, we always count revolutions for the most part. High knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks, bench taps, mountain climbers, ski hops, right? But with the numbers I gave you, setting a timer and doing 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 minutes is also an option. Now, I'm not timing you because you're going to have people in different spots, right? So this is unfortunately kind of on you. I do apologize. But if you're doing this recorded at the gym, most people are going to choose the cardio machines. If you've been with me, you have a short half loop that you run around Larry Haight. Just a little small spot, pretty easy. You got a longer half loop, you run around True Green, just the half. And then you have the full loop, and then you do the long half and the short half. Again, math says you're looking at 9 minutes plus your shoulders. You're looking at about 12 to 14 minutes, give or take your rest, time, load, position. Lots of reasons. Today, I want the fitness, I want the hard work, I want the focus. It's Friday. Turn the dial up. If you get bored, the other 2 workouts this week, they all went together with a whole 12 to 15 rep range. Monday, we had planks with the movements we did today. We had abs with our lats. We had wall sits with our shoulders. We had legs with our traps. That was the extra credit circuit at the end based on time. So it's a great workout. And I'll use some of these makeup workouts when I'm gone next Friday. Taking the little munchkins down to Arizona. My mother will be down there with the munchkins. And I would love to do a live online workout at noon, but it'll be 100 degrees, so I'll just give you guys something to do. You never know. Maybe my mom and I will log in. The Wednesday workout, we had a a nice good warm-up routine, pretty simple. We had our chest pushing with a right oblique, right leg, weight progression circuit, so very thorough workout. You had chest pulling with your left oblique and left leg. Again, there's a weight progression, very good for you. Deborah, that's going to be a great one on a rainy day. Sally, you did it on Wednesday, so that other Monday workout would be great to happen. I think I forgot to send that to you, I'm sorry. And then we had the tricep ab cardio exertion finish. And today is the biceps shoulders pushing. So you have technically done each muscle group twice this week. Same numbers, strength numbers. And I talked about that on Monday. And if you guys are tuning me out, that's okay. I'm just doing this for the recording. The strength numbers, when you're higher reps, 20, 25, 30, those are muscle endurance. Your muscle is lasting a long time. Yeah, you do get stronger, but your muscle has endurance. That 15 to 20 range is strength endurance. You can load it up and be strong and stay strong. The 12 to 15, the 10 to 12 to 15, you're definitely getting stronger. You're able to change the weight more. When you get down below that 10 number, it's all about muscle development. I want my muscles to look better, so that's when you hit the 8 to 12s, right? They're gonna look better. The definition, right? And then you get below that, under 6, that's power, move weight, throw weight, athleticism. You guys do that too. We do low reps sometimes, very heavy, very challenging. But they normally need to have a weight associated to it. So this whole week has been about strength, rhythm, adjustment. Again, just so you hear it, you got that shoulder press, the super mobile, the super flexible, or feeling of super inflexible, that hands back. We rarely do it. It's good to do occasionally. Don't think we have been missing out. It puts a lot of pressure on your joints. It's great for your muscles. It puts a lot of pressure on your joints. So today is a training tool for mobility, flexibility, and activation. That's why we're doing these things today. It's just a training tool. But human nature will normally have a smaller, less invasive angle on a shoulder press. A bar will always have to be in front of you a little bit. Machines, you're forced to that position. The exertion, if you counted it, 50, 100, 150, and 150. The reason why I did that, kind of being mean, high rep revolution, right? It might force you, if you have the ability to use a timer, and that way I know the cardio exertion is 9 combined minutes, plus you add the stuff, makes it that 12 to 14 minute circuit. So there is always a reason. Give you about 2-ish more minutes on this, and I'll start talking about that final circuit today. Don't want to get too confused. If you do get done, remember, I'm not mad, you're not in trouble. Slow the movements down a little bit. Time under tension is still a factor. Motion is still a factor. I don't mind the pace, but you can stretch your hamstrings, right? You got your quads and your hip flexors. You got your lower back and your butt and your hamstrings, right? You can stretch your shoulders and your triceps and your lats, right? Your neck, you're breathing, you're just chilling. It's okay to stretch for a second. Pace high, controlled tempo high, load adjusted, maintained. Don't want it too light, but controlled heavy. Motion is always there. Focus, intensity high. Kind of had a lot of those workouts today. I've used that word intensity. Focus. When you're focused on something, that can be intense. It can be slow and methodical, but you're focused, you're intense, right? You also have the pace and speed, right? It's intense, it's hard, it's fast. Intensity wears a lot of hats. I am going to start talking about the next circuit. Remember, it's okay if you're not there. You know you're going to hear it several times. We did open biceps for the long head. We're now going to do dumbbell hammer curls for the short head. You're like, more biceps? Well, Wednesday we did 2 circuits of chest. Monday we did 2 circuits of back. Monday and today we had shoulders. Wednesday we had 2 circuits of triceps. So here we are with our second bicep. Dumbbell hammer curls. It's not narrow per se, but it's neutral. You got your short head bicep, your brachioradialis. Narrow, neutral biceps. Hammer curls. You could hold one weight, kettlebell or dumbbell heavy. You could hold, we have a special bar for it too. I actually have a bar hammer curl position. Dumbbells, you can sit tall, stand tall. The numbers are changing. Your hammer curls are 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. It's a pyramid. Why? Load and motion maintenance, and I want you burning. Hammer curls, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. I'm gonna give you the legs. So although I want you to still think fitness, I want to be ahead of you. You know you're going to hear me talking more this next circuit, more on the actual exercises, because I'm going to give you the legs. Okay? But your hammer curls, when you get there, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Round 1, 25 regular squats. I hope you have a little bit of weight, but if you need to rest your hands, you can get rid of the weight. 25 regular squats. We did a little bit of legs on our warm-up. You've just done some cardio exertion. Make sure you got the hips, the glutes, the eyes, the thighs, but I do want controlled, load. Round 1 is 25 regular squats after your 10 hammer curls. I'll give you each round, but I don't want to get too far ahead, okay? And I've seen this workout all day in here, and I've seen it online. The next circuit should take us to about 12:55 per se, depends on when you start. It's going to be the longest circuit because the reps on the biceps and the potential load and focus and reps on the legs. You'll have done abs, cardio exertion, legs, biceps, shoulders, and a nice good warm-up workout circuit. Last circuit, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 hammer curls. Round 1 is 25 regular squats. I would like you to have some weight. That would make me happy. Round 2 is 30 stationary reverse lunges. Somebody asked me, why are we not doing 26? Because I don't want to. If you want to do 26, you can do 26. Because you got to have the even number on the stationary reverse lunge. Remember, we did that movement earlier with the mobility. I'm not looking for the mobility, I'm looking for a little bit of load. But remember the word fitness. You can adjust, you can sacrifice load so you can maintain motion to hit your reps without any rest. That is a basic premise of fitness. Last circuit, hammer curls, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Round 1, 25 regular squats. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Round 2, 30 stationary reverse lunges. Lightly loaded would be great. I've been here for 7 years and I've never heard that sound. 8 years now. Yeah. Focus. Motion is always high. Maintain motion. Load, you can adjust your load. I don't want super light, but adjust your load so you can maintain your motion, so you can hit the reps and you don't take any breaks. Fitness. Round 1, last time you're going to hear about it, 10 hammer curls, 25 regular squats. I would like some sort of weight. You don't have to. Regular squats, feet shoulder width apart, hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, posture. Round 2, 20 hammer curls is more, right? 30 stationary reverse lunges, hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, lightly loaded would be great. When you get there, and I hope you're not there, but when you get there, round 3 is the peak of the pyramid, 30 hammer curls, and then you'll do 25 wide squats. Remember, when I give you these numbers, math, tempo, my brain says you got some legs, you got some biceps, your arms getting tired, 180 seconds there, another 300 seconds there. This circuit's probably the longest circuit, touching that 12 to 15 range, give or take the load that you're using, the rest you take, the mobility of your joints, the flexibility of your muscles, and the desire to maintain motion. Round 2, 20 hammer curls, 30 stationary reverse lunges. Round 3, 30 hammer curls, 25 wide squats. You are almost done, but again, time, tempo, you should be there somewhere on the left side. I know my noon crew tends to move a little bit quicker than my morning ones. 6 a.m. and noon people have similar personalities. Show up, get it done, work hard, no talking, get it done. I gotta go back to work. My 9 a.m. crew, a little more passive. Thinking we can talk about the regular squats, the hips, the glutes, the eyes, the thighs, something you've done a million times. This great warm-up tool, stationary reverse lunges. The front leg is always the working leg. It's not moving. The back leg is moving out of your way. You're loading that front leg and you're pulling yourself up on a stationary reverse lunge. The front leg is always the working leg. The back leg is never the working leg. You'll have the round 3 wide squat. Again, it's not that it's super wide, it's just wider than your regular squat. And that's known as your flexibility squat as long as you can maintain motion or even increase motion. Regular squat, the weight can be up or the weight can be down. The wide squat, I definitely want the weight down so it pulls you down more. You have to work harder to stay taller on a wide squat when the weight is down. When the weight is up, it's great. It turns on your core potentially too much, and it might inhibit motion. So that's why I don't have the weight up. Last time you hear about round 2. Round 2 is 20 hammer curls and your 30 stationary reverse lunges. Round 3, peak of the pyramid, 30 hammer curls. Hands might be getting tired. You might need to sacrifice the weight on your legs so your hands can rest. You have your 30 hammer curls, round 3. You have your 25 wide squats. And again, maybe you need to rest those hands. Round 4, you're going down the pyramid. You got your 20 hammer curls. Again, you're almost done with this thing. You'll have your 30 alternating stationary forward lunge. Again, we've done these movements a lot. We did them on the warm-up earlier. You might need to get rid of the weight so you can rest your hands. But round 4 is 20 on the hammer curl, 30 total alternating stationary forward lunge. The front leg is always the working leg, but now it's the moving leg. Step, load, and push yourself back. Almost done. Again, I'm hoping you're round 3, maybe round 4, but time, tempo, motion, load, those are all big factors. Friday, beautiful weather outside. I mean, I even wore tank top. Normally I don't open the garages until like 10. If people really want them open early, in the past we've done that, but 10 this last week or two. And today they were able to go up at 8. It warmed up a little earlier today. grab that sunscreen. And on Monday and Wednesday, I gave the spiel of increasing your water intake and maybe even increasing your electrolyte intake. You're going to naturally perspire more. I know I'm not talking about dripping sweat, but naturally we're going to perspire more. We're going to get rid of water, right? We're just going to go away. So drink water more. But when you drink more water, you're going to flush out the good stuff and the bad stuff. So you need to add those electrolytes to your body. Electrolytes help you get hydrated and help you stay hydrated. So get those electrolytes in your body. And again, we're going to also naturally move more. We're going to be outside more. So double the water intake. Turn that dial up on the water. Yeah, I know there's water in wine, and I know there's water in beer, and I know there's water in margaritas, but I actually want you to physically have a separate thing of water. I know there's water in Spark. I want you to add a little bit extra separate water. I know it's corny, just trust me. You guys show up every day. All right, here it is. Here's a home stretch. You have the 30 hammer curls, the 25 wide squats, the 20 hammer curls, the 30 stationary forward lunges, and the last round will be the 10 hammer curls, and I know you guessed it, the 25 narrow squats. That can be known as your mobility squat. Knees, hips, ankles, spine, they tend to move a little bit more on a narrow squat. Your quads turn on a little bit more in a narrow squat. It's still hips, glutes, eyes, thighs on a narrow squat. You can hold your weight up. You can hold your weight down. You have a little more flexibility on a narrow squat. So you have the 20 hammer curl, the 30 stationary forward lunge, the 10 hammer curl, and the 25 narrow squats. Highly recommend stretching, elevating, leg against the wall, legs in the air, elevating. Everybody is going to be busier working on decks and gardens and hiking and walking more outside. And people are going to move more the next couple weeks. This is when I always see the first sunburns and people come in all achy and cranky. Increase your hydration, increase your electrolytes, stretch and elevate. Please. If you need Monday's workout, which was back, shoulders pulling, planks and wall sits and abs and legs, let me know, I'll send it to you. If you need the Wednesday workout of the chest pushing, pulling, triceps, the right side, the left side, again, let me know, I can send it to you. Today I believe is workout 166 or 167. Cruising. And when you get done, have a wonderful day. Thanks for working hard. Happy Friday.